In the previous video, I showed you how to convert from one unit to another. So now it's your turn to have a go. So given this, well, I got this from the internet. So 1 mile equals 1,600 and blah 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 meters. How many miles would that be in 5,000 meters? Okay. So maybe you could start by writing something like this: 1 and then this here, hang on, 0.3. You see, you can't use equal here, because if you write equals, it's kind of awkward, because you're saying 1 equals this, but how can the number 1 be equals to the number 1,000 blah blah blah? You see, it's okay if you stick a unit in here, then you can use an equal sign. But imagine this as being a ratio problem. So 1, this, and then this here. Imagine it as a ratio, and now you want to somehow jump to 5,000 here. Okay, somehow from here jump to 5,000, and then here jump to, well, you want to know x here. So you could imagine it as this. Well, if given 1 mile equals this, well, you could double the number of miles, and then you can double this. Okay, and then if you're here, you could have 3 miles. So basically, you're timing it by 3, and then this times by 3 will take you to this. Now we want 5,000 miles, 5,000 meters. So you see, 5,000 lies somewhere between this number and this number here. 5,000 lies in between these two. So your answer in miles should be between 3 and 4. Okay. So anyway, do whatever you have to do. Press pause and have a go. Okay. So start by doing this, as I said before. On this here, and then you want to get, well, on the right hand side, you want to get to 5,000. Okay, and you want to know x. You want to know the miles here. So you want to get from the 1 and then get into the x. So you need a multiplier here. Okay. So here, well, get that multiplier from here. Now the multiplier would be this. Hang on. The multiplier would be your destination here divided by this number here, divided by the start. So the multiplier would be 5,000 over 1609.35. Okay, so the multiplier would be this here. Okay, so hang on, let me get my calculator out. Calculator. So now I'm trying to work out the multiplier. The multiplier is 5,000 divided by 1609.35. So this is the multiplier. The multiplier here is 3. What is that? 3.1. Let's round it off to 1. Okay, 3.11. So this multiplier is 3.11. Well, this multiplier is the same as this multiplier here. So now, because I want to know what x is, hang on. Because I want to know what x is, I would start at the 1, and then times the multiplier here, and then that would take me into the x. So to find out x, I would get 1 times 3.11. So start from here, times this multiplier, that would take you into the x. Well, 1 times this thing here would be that thing there. So x really is, hang on, x is 3.11. So 5,000 meters would be 3.11 miles. Okay. All right. Next one here. Okay. So you're given 1 meter equals blah 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 inches. Now, if you have 1,000 inches, how many meters would that be? Okay. So press pause and have a go. Okay, so here 1 meter equals this. Hang on, 008. Now I want to know. Well, I want to know how many meters. Well, with 1,000 meters, 1,000 here. 1, 2, 3. How many meters would that be? So basically, you ultimately you want to get from the 1 times a magical number that would take you into the x. Okay. Well, you need to find this magical number here. Well, start with, well, you use the two numbers on the right hand side. So you need to times by a magical number here. Now that magical number would be the destination divided by the start. Okay. So remember, it's a destination here, 1,000 divided by the start here. Okay, so that would be 39.3708. Okay, and then yeah, and then jump to your calculator. Hang on, calculator, clear this. Okay, 1,000 divided by 39.3708 equals this. So this magical number is actually 25 let's round off to 25.40. Okay, so now if you want to know what x is, start here and then times your multiplier, and that would then take you into the x. Well, 1 times the multiplier would be 25.40. Okay, or just 25.4. So with 1,000 inches, there would be 25.4 meters. Okay. All right. Next one. Okay. Again, I looked it up on the internet here. So 1 mile equals blah blah blah. How many miles would that be in 1 kilometer? Okay. So if you think about this, hang on. If you think about it, if you double this, then this number here would be doubled. Okay, so maybe yeah. But the thing is, you want 1 kilometer here. 1 kilometer, you're going the other way here. 1 kilometer, you're going the other way here. So this thing, so the mile should be less than 1. Okay, so it should be less than 1. Well, anyway, I want to know how many miles would that be in 1 kilometer here. Okay, so press pause and have a go. Okay, so start by writing your ratio here. Think of it as a ratio problem. So 1 here, 1.6093 here, and I should move this down a bit. Hang on, because I'm making it smaller. So hang on. Okay, so now I don't want to times 2 because that will make this kilometer here bigger. It will make it bigger. So I want to make it smaller. So hang on. So I want to get it to somehow. I want to get it to somehow get to the 1 on the right hand side and then x on this side here. Okay. Let me just tidy this up. 1 here. 1.60935. I want to somehow get to 1 here, 1 on this side, and x on this side here. So ultimately, I want to get from here times a multiplier that would take me into the x. Now, what is this multiplier here? Well, I can find the multiplier by using this side here. So the multiplier would be the destination here. Okay, well, because I want to travel from the 1 in this direction to jump into the x, I would need to ultimately get from here and jump into the 1. But in order to find out this multiplier, I would need to get the destination here, which is 1, divided by the start here, which will be 1.60935. Okay, so remember, it's always the destination divided by your starting position. So here the multiplier would be this here. Okay. So jump to your calculator. Clear this. 1 divided by 1.6093. So the multiplier would be this. Okay. Would be 0.6. Let's just say 21 here. So now, if you want to know x, you would start at the 1 here, times the multiplier. That would take you into the x. So it's basically 1 times the multiplier, which is 0.621. So you see, 1 kilometer here equals 0.621 miles. Okay. Next one here. Again, I got this from the internet. 1 foot equals 12 inches. How many feet would that be in 50 inches? Okay, so press pause and have a go. Okay, so start by imagining it as a ratio question, like this here. You want to know 50 inches. So on the right hand, remember the right hand side represents inches. So 50 here, and you want to know x. Ultimately, you want to start from the 1 and jump into the x. So you would do you need to find a multiplier that would take you 12 into the 50. So the multiplier would be destination, always the destination, divided by the original here. So this here would be our multiplier. So jump to a calculator. 50 divided by 12. 50 divided by 12 equals 4.17. I'm rounding it off. So remember, our multiplier is 4.17. Now, if you want to know x, you would start here and then times our multiplier. That would take you into the x. So 1 times the multiplier is the multiplier. So 4.17. So you see, 50 inches equals 4.17 feet. Okay.